Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I welcome you to this episode of the DK Entry Podcast with your lovely host, the return of Thomas Brown Jr. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? We have a very interesting show today. We're going to have a whole lot to discuss. We got some wide receiver contracts situations is going on. We got the NFL draft that's coming up in a week. Just a lot to discuss here. And you know what? I don't even think there's a place to start, really. Let's start off with the good news first. The other day, actually, was it yesterday? I believe it was yesterday. Devontae Smith and my beloved Philadelphia Eagles have come to an agreement on a contract extension that's 4 years and I believe $35 million per year. So that's pretty nice, all things considered. I think it's very much so justified given the way that Devontae Smith has produced throughout his career so far in Philly. As starting out as the wide receiver 1 and then moving to wide receiver 2, besides AJ Brown, and just being a dominant receiver since that dynamic duo has started. So shout out to Devontae Smith, man. Shout out to Devontae Smith. So I'm sorry, my body is still stuck in California. Bear with me, okay? But definitely I think it's a huge deal for Philly to get that done. Obviously you don't want to lose him in free agency with a year left on his rookie deal. So I think it was very genius, and it was a solid contract worthy of a one Devontae Smith, who still found a way to put up 1,000 yards last year, who in the offense that now includes Saquon Barkley, now poses as even bigger of a threat in terms of how the offense plays, which I think will be very interesting to see moving forward. And hey, Howie, because I gotta be like a fly on the wall with how Howie Roseman is really, orchestrating these deals. Because I don't know how you could make these deals be so substantially currently good while still planning towards the future. I don't know how you can do that, but Howie Roseman has done it yet again. He did it with Landon Dickerson a couple weeks ago with his extension. He's doing it again here with Devontae. And I think it's just a genius move. I really do, by Howie in that front office. So Eagles are doing their thing, man, and I love it. I really do. Excuse me. So you have that going on. So then on top of that, the bad side of things is we have some people that are deciding to skip some voluntary workouts. And these are names that we don't typically hear, but we're hearing them now for obvious reasons. One of them being Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver 1 of the Minnesota Vikings. The guy as far as being in the conversation for the best wide receiver in the league. And a guy who, if he didn't get hurt last year, he was probably going to do something crazy as far as stats are concerned. So you have that. and now he's not showing up to workouts. Now again, it's voluntary. This is also April. Um, don't understand why it's big news, but it is something to raise our eyebrows about because this is not something that you typically hear from a Justin Jefferson. And from the other guy that's also doing this is CD Lamb of the beloved Dallas Cowboys. Um Now, me personally, I don't know what the hold up with CD is. Um but we'll get into that in a second. We'll get into that in a second. First, Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson's missing out on these workouts right now. Um I think what the message is sending to the Vikings brass is I don't think we need to have a discussion as to why you wouldn't pay me. Um I don't understand what the holdup is for. You already know the kind of production I give. I produce, I should say, on a consistent basis. Um, Talking about a guy who's been breaking records since he came into the league, literally. Um, I don't understand what the holdup is for. Y'all should already give me my money. I should already have the Brinks truck in my driveway right now. Just waiting for me to collect the stash that y'all provide. And if that is the sentiment, I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. Um, because if you're Minnesota, the timeline that y'all are currently in after losing Kirk Cousins, after losing um Dalvin Cook the year before, y'all are practically in a little bit of a rebuild. I know that's kind of that's not what you want to hear. I know that's probably not what you want to believe, but that's what y'all are that's the timeline that y'all follow right now. And because of that, now you have to figure out, okay, what do we do now? Because I'll tell you right now, in a division that has the Detroit Lions, that has an up and coming Bears team, that has an up and coming Green Bay Packers team, we may be looking at the last in the division, anyways. So why are we deciding to hold up a receiver such as Justin Jefferson's counting that for? So I'm curious to see how long this will go, how far it will go. Um, it should be very interesting to see how long this continues to prolong because we're in April. We have the draft coming up. There's a lot of different trades that can be pulled off. Some trades that we just don't expect to transpire. Minnesota's already been in those type of conversations already. With their top selection in this year's draft. So I'm kind of curious to see what this process is going to look like for a Vikings team who we all know needs Justin Jefferson. Let's not make any mistake about it. Excuse me. They need Justin Jefferson. They do. And when you when you're in a situation like this, you have to be very cognizant of how you're going about it. You really do. Obviously, we're not in those rooms, we're not in those meetings, we're not in those negotiation conversations. I'm aware of that. because the other aspect of this also is how much is Justin Jefferson really asking for? People tend to forget that that's the thing, or that's not a thing, I should say. Um, and it definitely is a factor. I could see a situation where Justin Jefferson is asking for top of the market money, record breaking money. And the Vikings are like, we don't mind doing that, but you're also a guy who just got injured last year. We may not be so quick to jump on that wagon per se to pay you what your asking price is. So there could be a scenario where that's probably in the way too. And you know, I think it's always good to just follow the simple answer. And the simple answer is to just give this man his money, please. Please. I beg you. Give him his money. Save everybody the trouble. Save everybody save it all. All the unnecessary drama, save it. Usually you can have this conversation for some other receivers that we're going to get into as well. Maybe you can try to play that card. But for a guy who has found a way year in and year out to give you one of the best productive seasons by any wide receiver known to mankind, the resume kind of writes itself. So it's really this simple. Pay him, please. So you have that going on. We got news over the last couple of days also that it looks like T. Higgins is going to be staying in Cincinnati after all. Now obviously T. Higgins is in his contract year. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he got hit with the franchise tag. Which Higgins is not too privy to that, and understandably so, for being totally honest. And this is one of those cases where it's like, what's going on in Cincinnati? Because I don't know what's going on, but I saw something the other day about one Jamar Chase talking about how no, I'm sorry, it was Justin Jefferson, which is why the whole conversation with the Vikings really needs to end fast. Because Justin Jefferson said something on an interview not too long ago where he was talking about how, and of course, of course, I'm taking away the grain of salt because Justin Jefferson is Justin Jefferson and he can be silly sometimes. So I'm pretty sure he was being, he was spreading a little bit of candor in this regard. But he was talking about how, he does miss playing with Jamar Chase, how he does miss playing with Joe Burrow. And, just reliving all those, great moments that they had back in LSU and how they just kind of tore the college game apart with just the three of them combined. That crossed his mind. And I don't think he said that over the airwaves just for the sake of saying that. So you have that going on. Then you have this whole T. Higgins situation. Now, I personally don't understand why they just won't let him go at this point, because I think it's been made very, very clear that They don't want to. They're kind of taking the lesser of two evils here. They don't want to pay T. Higgins because they know that they have to pay Ja'Marr Chase still. That hasn't happened yet. Okay. Well, my thing is that if you know that, why are you keeping him? You know what his asking price is. You know, you already know where this is going. I don't see why. And it look, all the rumors could be very much so false. We could wake up the following morning after the NFL draft and there's a trade. And it's just one of those things where I have to ask, what are we really doing here if we're Cincinnati? Because if I was Cincinnati, I would actually take the opportunity to try and see what I can get for T. Higgins. Not worry about the contract. You worry about Ja'Marr Chase when that conversation comes around, and you go from there. You're not going to be paying T. Higgins money, whatever that price is, by the way. I don't think you're doing it. So why hold him hostage when there's an opportunity for you to actually benefit from it? I don't know. So you had the whole T. Higgins situation. Then we're gonna go to San Fran. All right, let me tell you something. This is gonna sound really nasty, but as an Eagles fan, seeing all the drama that's going on in San Francisco is very, very entertaining. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry. But it is. Okay. Deebo Samuel. No, I'm sorry. Brandon Ayuk is in the midst of some conversations with his contract as well. So much so that it's gotten to a point to where we are having conversations about him getting traded. Now, again, this is also a scenario where we are not behind the scenes. We do not know what's going on in those meetings, in those negotiations. I understand that. I'm aware of that. I think we all are. At least I like to think so. But the way that this is all turning into wildfire on social media is what's throwing me off. One, like literally like 2 days, it's like Brandon Ayuk wants to leave. Then the next day, it's I didn't say that. Then it's the following day where Ayuk is like, you know what? Maybe they do need to pay me. Like, then the next day is like, you know what? Forget it. I want to leave. And it's like, yo, what is going on? And whoever's in charge of his social media, if it is just him, then my God, make up your mind. Which one is it? Do you want to be a 49er or not? And now again, we've been down this road before because his fellow teammate in Deebo Samuel pulled the same exact card with his contract negotiations a couple seasons ago. Where, look, Deebo Samuel's situation was different though, because 49ers were going to pay him, but they weren't going to pay him in a manner that he thought he deserved. There was this whole conversation about him being running back / being a receiver, all this other nonsense, whatever. But that was Deebo Samuel's situation / lingo with his negotiations. Brandon Ayuk, though, is interesting because this is a guy who before this past season, and let me know if I'm wrong. Before this past season, we were trying to figure out if he was going to get traded then, because he wasn't involved in Kyle Shanahan's offense. He was in the doghouse in some portions of the year the year prior. Like, it wasn't like Brandon Ayuk has been, utilized to the umph degree in San Francisco. Hasn't been the case. And when you have that, it's one of those things where you're gonna go in, huh. So now that this is finally the year that he is getting used, and they're actually maximizing it in ways that we all thought would be a possibility. The fact that now we're at a place where we're struggling with contract negotiations leads me to believe that there might be a trade coming. Where to, I don't know. If I had to think of some teams off the top of my head that wouldn't mind paying him for his value, for his production, I think a team like as a Ravens fan, I think the Ravens wouldn't mind that. I don't think Mr. Davis here, co-host on the show, as a Ravens fan, I don't think he would be opposed to that. Obviously you would miss out on T. Higgins. Shoot, man. Let me tell y'all something right now. The last 3 weeks, you want to know the last month and a half, you want to know what's been told to me by my co-host for the last it's been a month and a half. This is all that I've been hearing with this whole T. Higgins situation going on. Just wait until we snag T. Higgins. We're going to get T. Higgins. Look forward to us getting T. Higgins. Here comes T. Higgins.
Uh-oh. How come I don't hear nothing?
Uh-oh. Do you hear me?
I think it may be me. I don't hear nothing. Let me go out.
So like that's what it was. That's what it was. And again, maybe a Ravens takes a snag at an Ayuk. Maybe a team like obviously you don't want to be in the same conference. You don't want to be in the same conference, obviously. That's a good. I'm trying to think. Of some teams right now. What's going on, buddy?
I can hear you now.
How you doing?
Sorry, I'm late. I'm finally here.
It's all good. It's all good. Traveling, man. I feel like we've been on a road trip for the past 3 to 4 days or so. So this is pretty cool.
Absolutely. All right. What I missed, because the simple fact is, like I said, you went to the West Coast, I went to the West Coast, so.
Yeah, right. We man, I was just telling them at the beginning of the show. I said my body's still in California. I don't care what y'all say. So y'all just gonna have to deal with it. But I was just bringing up about the whole Brandon Ayuk situation, about how at this point we might need to entertain some trade conversations. And I brought up the Ravens as a possible team that would go after him. I know that you've been shouting to the mountaintops about getting T. Higgins. We obviously know about the situations going on in Cincinnati with the T. Higgins thing. So I brought up the Ravens as a possibility to snag Brandon Ayuk instead. what's your thoughts on that before I, try to come up with some other teams that may go after him in a situation of a trade?
I have seen the chatter. I've seen the chatter about Brandon Ayuk, and what I was thinking is, this. I just know how the Ravens deal. The Ravens don't want to give you a lot for someone. They don't. They just don't do that. The Ravens say, okay, if we can get them for a deal, we'll get them for a deal. But the Ravens will never go after somebody big time because they're like, okay, we don't have the money to pay them. Number two, we don't want to give up a whole bunch of picks. Okay. So they look at their draft capital and their picks, and they're like, no, we'll just take our chances in the draft. We'll take our chances in the draft. I don't think it wouldn't be a great fit. It would, but they're just not going to fully invest in it. They're not going to trade. They're not. They're not going to trade.
You know what, man?
And like I said, I would love to see it, but Cincinnati don't want to talk to Baltimore at all about a trade for T. They refuse to even talk to Baltimore.
Right. Yeah, so, and understandably so.
Yeah. So, like I said, Baltimore's not going to spend picks or money because Ayuk's going to want some money. Let's just look at it. He's going to want some money. Yeah. Baltimore's not going to kick out that much money for that. They're not. They never have. You have to look at the history of what Baltimore does. They was like, okay, look, had a stud team. Oh, we'll let you go. We'll let you go. We'll rebuild. We'll let you go. We'll rebuild. Okay. We'll let you go. Because number one, they don't have the capital. They don't have the money for it, salary cap, number one. Number two, they just don't believe in spending a whole lot of money. If they can get you on a deal or a steal, they'll do it all the time. Look at everything they've done. They got people on deals and steals.
Right.
That's just what the Ravens do.
So the Ravens are out. I just came up with this off the top of my head, and I hope this doesn't happen. Actually, I kind of do now because I think Twitter will blow up. Could you imagine a world where he ends up as a New York Jet?
Hey, but look who has throwing the ball to him. Aaron Rodgers. Look who's throwing the ball to him.
Okay.
That's a strong possibility. Look who's throwing the ball to him.
I just thought about that. Jets is an option. Because the problem is that the same reasons that you just brought up as to why T. Higgins wouldn't go to Baltimore is the same reason why if Brandon Ayuk is going to get traded, it won't be in the NFC. I that much I do know. So I'm taking that in consideration as well. So Jets. Oh man, I wish they had the cap room because if there was a way where Cleveland can go after him, I think he fits their scheme very, very well.
Probably does.
But then again, I just like a whole lot of chaos going on in the AFC North anyway, so it's all cool in the game. It's all cool in the game.
Listen, if the Steelers could pull it off, they would probably go after him. Seriously. Because they're trying to put this star-studded team together. If the Steelers, they would go after him. Come on now, you got a used Durango and Russell Wilson, right? Then you got a brand new Ferrari and Justin Fields. I'm just saying.
You're calling him a Ferrari?
Hey, listen, he's a Ferrari in the making. He is. Regardless of what he was hurt, going down the stretch in Chicago, he was doing his thing. You got to get a man's prop.
Dave, come on, man.
You got to get a man props.
Don't make me do this.
I ain't saying brand new. I ain't saying brand new.
Don't
you
got
some road miles on him.
Don't make me do this. Don't make me do this, man.
Listen. He has he's a star in the making. He's a star in the making. He just needs the right scheme to fit him. Pittsburgh does fit him. Pittsburgh fits him.
Why are you making me do this on this show? What is going on, man?
Listen. Pittsburgh fits the scheme, man.
Okay.
I put it this way. He would be much better than Russell Wilson. He should be first string.
I agree.
First string.
I agree.
He should be. He should be first string. You know, Russ, they just giving him because of Russell Wilson. Oh, I've been around the league. I'm Russell Wilson. I had the Super Bowl win. I'm this. I'm that. That's what that is.
You do understand that this whole Justin Fields hype situation is coming off of 6 games from last year. We do understand that, right?
Okay. And again, if he gets in the right scheme and Tomlin can seem to scheme somewhere, okay. And here's the reason why. Look what he did with 3 bad quarterbacks. 3 bad, god awful quarterbacks.
Do you trust the offensive coordinator?
Do
you trust the offensive coordinator?
Well, let's talk to some Pittsburgh fans. They trust him. They got rid of what's his name, Matt Canada.
Yeah, Matty
boy.
Him
out of there, boy.
They sure did. I ain't gonna lie.
They wanted him out of there. Now he's out of there. What excuse do you have?
That's the problem.
What excuse do you? He's gone. So what excuse do you have?
You don't.
There you
it's not like you upgraded immensely either. You still brought in Arthur Smith, who, let's not forget, this time last year didn't know what it was like to utilize Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, and Drake London in a Falcons offense where he was leading the offense for the Falcons last year. That, oh, by the way, ranked close to dead last in every offensive statistical category possible. That's who you have an offensive coordinator for the Steelers this year. Now, if you're supposed to tell me that in one offseason, he just goes from that to Andy Reid as a play caller, I'm sorry.
No,
not
I'm not saying all that. But what I'm saying is that if you have a right scheme for the right player, you're good. You have a right scheme for the right player, you're good. But let's give Russ a chance and see what happens. Let's see what happens when Russell has to face an AFC North rival team. Let's see what he does. Because remember,
you already know what it's going to be.
That's the toughest division in the league.
Yes,
AFC
but
North.
we already know that. We already know how it's going to go.
So we'll see what he does when he has to face. I ain't worried about anyone else. I'm worried about his division game. Let's see what he does against Cleveland. Let's see what he does against us. Let's see what he does against whoever else. Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Cincinnati. So let's see what happens when all this goes on. How he performs.
Okay.
Because remember, the love-hate relationship he had in Denver just wasn't working. And then, speaking of Denver, let me just bring this up. So I was in Denver today. Gotta bring this up because I was in Denver today, so I have to bring this up.
I knew he was going to go there.
Me minding my own business in Denver, and someone sees my lanyard. It says Ravens. Oh, okay, he's like, "Oh man, you got the wrong team." Well, whose team? He said Denver. I said, "Sir, I got 2 things to say. Miami Dolphins." Only thing I had to say. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Until you get rid of that embarrassment, you can't talk to me. At all.
72-10 is crazy.
And then when you're riding on a train out there, the mayor comes on, right? And he says, "Welcome to Denver." He said, "We have our world championship teams here."
Huh?
That's what he says. Plays in the airport. I'm like, what world championship? What championship teams do you have in Colorado?
The Nuggets in the NBA just won last year. I mean, if we want to go off of that, that's one team.
Because you can't be talking about college and NFL.
No.
No. And he harped on it. And I'm like,
okay.
I'm just saying that's the way I saw it. And that's the way I heard it. And the Denver fans can't talk to me. It's just like, okay, all right, Buffalo Bills fans. I had one talking trash to me. Oh, Buffalo this and Buffalo that and Buffalo this and Buffalo that. This is what I said. When you win a Super Bowl, you can talk to me.
Dang.
Lady gave me a high five when I said that.
Not wrong, though.
Listen. I get it. I get that you want to rep your teams or whatever, but sometimes you just gotta tone that noise down just a little bit.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If it was me, you wanna know what I would have said to trigger them? Stephon Diggs. You want to piss them off? Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
Yes.
Stephon. Hey, Stephon. Hey, he's going to Houston now, huh? Hey, he's going to play in a dome again. Remember, he was with Minnesota. He's back in the dome.
Yes, Stephon Diggs. You know what? That's what we need to do. We need to come up with an episode where we come up with a trigger sentence or player or team for every single team in the NFL.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that would be cinema.
Yeah, I can see the sensors all coming now.
Oh, absolutely. You know it's coming.
The sensors coming now. So, but listen. I love the trash talk. I love it. That's why I give out these cards. I tell y'all, come see us because again, I'm always ready. And I tried to get my man to come on yet, but he didn't respond to me. But we'll catch up. We'll collab.
It's okay.
We'll collab.
It's all good.
We will collab. But because I'm definitely interested in his talk because he's a big Steelers fan. He named his podcast pretty much after the Black and Gold Standard podcast. And I give the man all the props in the world. I listen to him. Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, we got to come have our debates. He's Steelers, I'm Raven. So all you Steelers fans out there, you got an advocate.
Oh my. Oh boy.
You got an advocate.
As if we needed more.
Hey, listen. Bring it on. Yeah, I'm gonna go on his show. He can come on here. Hey, listen. We always ready. I tell you, we versatile around here.
Oh, we are.
We're versatile. So we look at things. Hey, I'm not a biased person. If the Ravens get shellacked, I say we get that. If we got eyes, we got eyes with. I say
right.
I don't back down from any of it. It's just like the whole Steelers. That whole brown bag episode. Hilarious most episode I had so far. And I wasn't upset about it. I honor my bet. I honor my bet. So, but back to Brandon Ayuk. Like I said, that would be a match made in heaven for Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron loves somebody to throw to.
Right.
So if he got somebody he can throw to, Aaron's going to get the ball to him.
So
he's always seemed to crush the Cowboys' dreams when he was in Green Bay.
Oops.
You think you got Aaron Rodgers down. Okay. Oh, we got 40 seconds? No problem. Throw it. Touchdown. In Jerry land.
It don't get old every single time I think about it. Not at all.
Right.
So speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, there's another guy that's skipping some voluntary workouts. Now, again, as I've said earlier on the show, it is voluntary workouts. Let me say this one more time. This is voluntary workouts. They do not have to be there. So it is okay. However, these guys are skipping it. And one of those guys is one CeeDee Lamb of the Dallas Cowboys. Because he also...
Why are you
surprised? Of course I'm not surprised.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, why are you surprised?
No, but I bring it up because this is another situation where I'm like, what is really going on in Dallas right now? Because I could have sworn 2 weeks ago you made your decision on Dak. Dak's playing on the final year of his deal.
Right.
Then you made a decision on not getting anybody in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
I love that part. I love that part. And so you have all this clarity going on. So I'm trying to figure out what's the holdup with CeeDee Lamb. This is a guy who as someone who had him on, uh, who had him on his on fantasy last year, he
Right.
had one of the most productive wide receiver statistical seasons we've seen in a long time as far as the Cowboys concerned. Now I know Amari Cooper was there and gone. I get all that. There was nobody that produced in the manner that CeeDee Lamb produced last year in recent memory. Okay. So
Right.
you have that. I'm trying to figure out what's the holdup. Why aren't y'all? What is it? And so, I'm curious from you what you think in regards to this whole CeeDee Lamb situation, and his contract talks, because I just think it's one of those things where it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Okay. Okay. All right. Remember, I'm gonna take the saying from you. That is the most Dallas Cowboys thing that he can do. Like I said, I've learned some things. I've learned some things. This is the most Dallas Cowboy thing that you can do. And what he's
Right,
doing is
right.
say, okay, I'm not going to come. I'm going to hold out. I need money. Y'all not giving me the ball. I'm supposed to be here for this. It's just like the whole thing of, okay, if I'm your top star, I at least want 9, 10 targets a game. At least give me a chance, right? Give me 9, 10
Yeah.
chances. But when McCarthy's calling those plays, where the ball going?
Mm.
Not the CD, right? Not a lot of times it's not going to CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, what it was last year. It was last year. He got fed a lot.
Yeah, because Dak really didn't have no choice.
He's not going to have no choice this year. That's my point.
So they're holding out, and this is the whole thing right now with the whole NFL. It ain't the NFL anymore. This should be the money scam show. Everybody's holding out for money.
Oh man.
Everyone's holding out for money. Okay. Oh, he got the. Oh, well, this receiver got this contract. Well, why can't I get this contract? Oh, I did this and I did that. Everybody's just crying because they want money.
Yeah.
And we see it every year. So they don't come to these voluntary workouts. And like, we ain't paid me yet. Well, no, we need to talk about this. Okay. We can even say the same thing for the Ravens. A couple of receivers didn't come for voluntary workouts with the Ravens.
Right.
I don't know what they're holding out for, but hey, everything's about money. Money.
I don't
think
know.
I'm worth $70 million. Oh, you only giving me 62? Nah, I don't want it. Nah, I don't want it.
I don't know, man.
Wait. What's the guarantee? Because that's
right.
what I'm looking for. What's the guarantee? Oh, only 40 million? I was like, nah, I don't want it. So,
I don't know.
It's money.
I get it, but and I've been saying this, and I will stand on this mountaintop until the cows come home. The timeline that your team is under tells me exactly the manner that you need to go in certain situations. Dallas does not have that great offense anymore. They do not have a Michael Gallup, who, by the way, is anybody picking him up? Anyways, Dalton Schultz gone. Yes, you have Jake Ferguson, who did well last year.
Wait,
but
let's talk back even Amari Cooper. Let's talk back to that.
Okay. So
here's the thing. You had some studs. You just didn't know how to use them.
Not only that, but you had the opportunity to pay them. And then you paid the wrong people because you wanted to solidify that you made the greatest picks of all time in Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott out of all people. So you decided to invest in them instead of looking for where your real production was coming from. You got rid of Amari Cooper. My thing is, this is not the time for y'all to act like CeeDee Lamb is not good. It's not the time for y'all to act like CeeDee Lamb did not do well last year. It is not the time for y'all to act like CeeDee Lamb is asking for too much. Now, if he's asking to break the bank, that's something totally different. If that's the conversations that's going on behind the scenes, okay, sure, whatever. But even still, if I had the production that CeeDee Lamb did last year, I'm gonna have a conversation about how much money I'm going to get. Because if y'all thinking about paying Dak $60 million, and that contract situation conversation lasted all the way up past free agency, oh no, we're going to be talking about my contract until it's week 1. Seriously.
Again, that's what they're holding out for, the big paycheck. I'm holding out for you. Your agent is the guy that's advocating for you, right? So the agent's like, okay, my man had this many catches. He had this many yards. Oh, he was second or first all pro. You know, he was this. You need to pay my guy. Plain and simple. You need to pay my guy. And,
but he deserves it, though.
Up there, yeah. And in Jerry's world, Jerry's like, oh, no, I don't need to pay anybody. I'll just get rid of them and go get someone else. You know, I don't think I need to pay him.
Idiots.
Come on.
Idiots.
Anybody that's a smart football tycoon in there be like, hey, look, we need these pieces so we can put this together. You want a championship to come here, sir? Then let us do our job. Plain and simple. Let us do our job. And if you don't let us do our job, then we can't fulfill the need to bring a championship in here after 30 plus years.
Damn.
After 30 plus years, we're trying to bring another championship here. We good. Then we get to the playoffs, and then we done.
Right.
And all of us are disappointment. I still got the pictures of when Green Bay went down there. It was 26-0, and the way the fans were looking like this up in the sky. Come on.
That never not get old. That never not gets old.
It doesn't. But the thing with it is that if Jerry gets his hands out of stuff and let his coaches and everybody do their jobs and just say, hey, I'm going to sit back and let y'all do your job. Let me see what y'all do. Maybe I can learn a thing or two from y'all.
Right.
Because remember, they let Jimmy Johnson in the ring on, and they feel as though, the curse is over. The Jimmy Johnson curse is over. It's not Jimmy Johnson curse.
Right.
Jerry Jones curse. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's just like the Dan Snyder curse, but he's out of Washington.
Yeah, and that's supposed to change anything. So that's the thing too. I look. Maybe you don't want to go the history route. That's fine. Let's just talk about what you've done within the last 3 months. You got cooked by the Packers, a bunch of babies. They storm into Dallas, whoop y'all like
and
something was
whipped y'all.
Like somebody stole something from them. Then you have all free agency to get a Derrick Henry, and you get nothing. Not a thing. I'm sorry. You got a long snapper. My bad. Sorry. Are you kidding me?
They did nothing.
And we decided not to go after those guys is because we were figuring out Dak's contract. Just to find out later on that we're not going to pay Dak and we're going to let him play his final year. So basically, you had a chance to still get Derrick Henry, but you wanted to play around with time. Why? So now, fast forward to CeeDee Lamb, we're playing around with time again. Why?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't understand. It's insane to me.
It's a revolving door. Now, when have they changed their program? Seriously. They haven't did anything in free agents since who? Eons. How long ago was that?
Before I was born.
A long time ago. The last time they did something in free agents was Deion Sanders.
Wow.
Now all of a sudden, you don't feel as though that, hey, you get these hot players that's in the free agency market. Hey, we need to draw them here somehow. We need to change this program. We need to do this. We need to do that. But you see, Jerry won't allow that to happen. He wants everything to be his way. His way. And that's been a problem. Look at all these other franchises out here. They allow their coaches to do their jobs. They just sit up there, they watch their games. Okay, we doing good. Okay, we this. Okay, we that. Let's go
Mm-hmm.
back to the Bengals going all the way back to the Super Bowl, right? They had a
Yep.
great damn team.
Yep.
And not to mention, they have Kansas City's number.
Oh boy.
You can call it what you want. They seem to have their number.
Right.
And they've took the Kansas City to town a couple times.
That's
a
right.
couple.
That's
so
right.
now they're losing little key figures up there, but hey, let's see what Burrow can do. Can he get over that adversity? Can he get through that? Right? Now you got the hybrid Steelers, because they like, oh, they liking all this signings, they're doing this. Call them the hybrids. And I told them, I said, y'all ain't nothing but the new Cowboys. Y'all good on paper. Y'all good on paper. Good on paper.
I can't even give him that. I'm sorry.
Listen,
I can't.
Week one
I can't.
is going to tell us everything with everybody. It is. But you see, here's the biggest thing that's going to hurt any team, and it does every year.
Okay.
Injuries.
Absolutely.
You could have the greatest team in the world. Let's the people start getting injured. You go from top to bottom, just like that. Injuries hurt you.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, but I tell you, one of the biggest free agents that's out there right now, because he got fired. Oh, Rashee Rice. Oh, my bad.
Oh,
I'm just throwing shade.
Oh,
yeah, that was shade. That was some serious shade.
Okay. Oh, wow. All right. Well,
he's free. Probably get him for a bargain deal right now.
Oh, yo, Rashee Rice, man. Do we have to talk about him?
No, we don't.
I just.
We don't.
Wow.
Here's the thing, and I've been preaching this.
I don't.
You can take a person out of the environment, but you can't take the environment out of the person. Plain and simple. You didn't learn from my other man incident. You didn't learn. No one learned from that.
Henry Ruggs
learned from that. Yes. No one heard. No one learned from that. No one learned from that. I'm just saying. Threw his whole career away because he wanted to speed down the road. No one's learning from this. Nobody. I'm just saying.
How you do this in your rookie year though, where you won a Super Bowl? I think that's the part that bothers me. It's not like, he was a rookie that nobody knows about, that barely got any playing time, and then their team also sucked, so no one cares. Like, oh, it's just another ticker on the it's just another headline on the ticker. This guy was one of the pivotal reasons why the Kansas City Chiefs are back-to-back Super Bowl champions.
Absolutely.
In his rookie year. And you do this. Why? That bothers me the most. No. I don't get that.
Well, here's what you can't take away from him. The Super Bowl.
Oh.
You can't take that away from him. But again, when we get money, we do stupid. We do. We do stupid things when we get money. Oh, man, I'm going to go down the freeway at 300 miles per hour. Yeah, I'm going to go race this guy. My car faster. We do things that we shouldn't do. And that's why I was saying about mentorship. And I preached this a couple of times. A mentorship.
Yeah, we talked about that.
These older veteran players should mentor these young guys. Say, hey, man, listen, y'all about to get a whole bunch of money. Don't be going out here doing something stupid, because you can end your career in a heartbeat. Mentorship. Mentor these guys. If you mentor these guys, maybe you can combat that behavior really, really soon. Okay, let's go to Lamar Jackson. He took a
Okay.
video, I think, on Instagram. He was going 100 something miles per hour. What the Ravens do? Hey, man, come here. Come here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come here.
Yep.
No. That's unacceptable. You are our franchise. We don't need nothing happening.
Wow.
What did he do? He sent out an apology about his behavior. Why doesn't everyone else do that? I mean, I understand that it's a little bit too late. In his case, he's racing, but like, hey, man, somebody needs to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got leaders on the football field, but where's your leaders in the community? Like, hey, man, look, listen, we in the off season. Go be with your families. Don't do nothing stupid. Don't do anything that's going to cost you your career, put a burden on your family. Don't do anything that's going to make you look bad. Seriously.
Yep.
Don't do anything that's going to make you look bad. And when I saw the story, I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Then I saw the press release for Kansas City. We released them.
Yep.
I'm like, oh. It wasn't even a question. You gone, bro. Deuces. 5,000. You out. Then, not only that, you come in and you like, you want to run now. You won't even turn yourself in. You want to run. Like, did he? Oh, sorry.
Oh!
Listen, I'm in a shady type of mood tonight.
I see. Oh my God.
Type of mood tonight.
Oh man.
I'm just saying. I think you caught that, Herb. I'm just saying.
Oh man.
I am in a shady mood tonight. Very shady mood. But what I'm saying is this. They doing stupid stuff in the off season. But wait. And then let's go back to the point of CeeDee Lamb's situation, right? And I'm not pointing no fingers at him to saying he's done something stupid, but you do things stupid in the off season, but yet you want to come back and say, hey, I'm worth all this money.
Yeah. No. No, not how that works, buddy.
Saying,
sorry.
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. So, okay, you got Mahomes. He's a leader up there, right? Kelsey.
Correct.
I'm sorry, Taylor Swift. I'm sorry. My bad.
Oh, stop.
Stop. All right, no problem. All right. But what I'm saying is this. Yeah. You got all these leaders up there. Why ain't someone talking to these guys? Why ain't no one talking to them? You can talk to them on the field. You can give them the fired up speech. Hey, man, we can run through a wall together. We going to die on this field together. But you can't tell them, hey, man, y'all need to Team Swift.
God, here you go. Here we go, Herb.
Shady mood night. Shady. But what I'm saying is why can't you mentor these guys? Seriously, mentor them.
I think
if they had mentorship, or if the NFL made a program of mentorship and putting them in these mentorship programs, it may. I'm not saying that's the end all be all, but it may combat some of that behavior. It may.
That's the problem.
At least it's an option. At least it's an option.
Yeah. But that's the problem though. It shouldn't be an option. Because I think that, and you know what? This sounds very, very crazy to say about my generation in particular, and maybe the generation after me. We have a huge issue when it comes to options. We abuse that word to the nth degree. Oh, we have the choice of doing this over that. Oh, we're going to take option B over option A, because that's the less work we have to do. And we have a very bad habit of not having the discipline to say, the discipline or the self-awareness to say, you know what, in order for me to be at 100% in all that I say and do, it may have to take me having to dedicate some time towards this. It may have to take me having to, uh, exactly, no fair consequences. But again, that goes back to just the fact that there's an opportunity of option is what I'm gonna call it. Um, we have a very bad habit of abusing that. So, and that's just for people in my age range. I gotta look up his age, and maybe Rasheed Rice is around my age, which is gonna make is gonna make my point very uh have a whole lot of weight behind it. But this when you have people, he's 23 years old, y'all.
Mm.
So he's a year older than me. So this is a guy who is a year older than me. I don't know if he has any kids. I don't know if he has any baby mama situations. I don't know if he's married. I don't know what the hell's going on. But you're having a 23-year-old getting paid all this money, and he's making the choice to not listen to the leadership, because I think that's the part that gets slipped under the rug. It's not even so much so that there's a mentorship program that needs to be in place or things of that nature. We need to have some consequences of what the fuck happens if you don't. Excuse the language, but that's what it is.
Okay.
If you don't find a way to abide by said standards that we ask of you, and look, and this goes for any type of role on the team. If you are, for example, right, if I draft you in the top 10, if you think about doing something stupid, don't expect to come back to the NFL the following year. You will be automatically suspended for the following year, and hope and pray that you get reinstated the year after that. Like like the weight of consequence needs to be there in order for them to understand how important it is. Because I think that's what it is. I think it's the fact that when you have Rasheed Rice, who, by the way, got drafted to a team that just won a Super Bowl the year before, he may be a part of the offense. He didn't think that he was going to be wide receiver one towards the end of the year. Gets wide receiver one towards the end of the year, does well in the playoffs, wins the Super Bowl. Now he has no idea what to do.
Right.
So so if you are going to implement that, there does need to have some sort of weight behind it to where people are saying, you know what, like this may be Mickey, this may be too much, this may be unnecessary. Kind of. I'm trying to think. In a way you're right. In a way you're right, Herb. Because there's a lot of franchises that's like, as long as you do well, I don't care what you do. As long as you produce, and it benefits my company, I don't care what you do outside of work. Just okay. When you do get to work, you better produce. I don't care what you do outside of it. Right, so it is kind of similar.
Okay,
I can see that.
Here's a story, and you can look this one up, because when someone told me about it, I actually looked it up and researched it. Earl Thomas. They said he was out of control in Seattle.
Come on,
out of control in Seattle. Okay,
I don't know about that one.
Kinds of stuff out there, right?
Yeah,
and he just got away with it. But he came to Baltimore and did that one time, and what happened? Oh, you out of here.
Yep.
Out of here. Like, oh no, you gone. See ya. Mm-hmm. It's just what, like you said, what franchise will tolerate it? Hey, that guy's he's beasting out there in the field. I don't care what he does. But when you come to a team that has morals and values, and they value their players, and they're not going to let one person tear down what we built.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Hey, he had that outburst. Oh, what? No, it was the fight in practice. They was like, oh, you gone. See ya. Out of here.
Yeah,
And has he played since?
nope.
No.
Shoot,
Didn't get picked
thought
up
he
by
retired.
anybody.
Thought he
Yeah.
retired at this point.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
been a couple years.
Yeah.
Um,
But that's the point. So now we can look at it. Just depends on the franchise. Depends on the franchise.
well, what do you mean by that, though?
Okay, like I said, he was allowed to get away with all that stuff up in Seattle, but when he came to Baltimore, they didn't let him get away with that. So I guess they looked at, hey, he's a great player, right? He's a great player. Hey, we don't care what he do as long as he's producing out here on the football field, right? Maybe it just depends on the franchise, what they tolerate or what they don't tolerate.
You know what? Now that you said that, I think that would also, I think that would be good on both ends, because what that would also do is that it will put a microscope on how the front office handle their staff as well. Because I ain't gonna lie, when I was hearing stuff about what was going on with Dan Snyder when he was in Washington, and all the stuff about what he was doing with the staff and all this other stuff, like the fact that it took until 2 to 3 years ago for him to finally sell the team,
Be
like,
forced out of here. That's the biggest thing. He was
and
forced out of here.
and he got forced, but it took
Mhm.
them 20 plus years after all these allegations and all these different court battles to get to that point. It took 20 plus years. So I think what this also does, if that's the route that we're going, I think it also puts a responsibility and accountability on the front office to also say, hey, look, man, y'all not too far from the tree too. We will find, look, you want to mess this up for your franchise, that's fine. You will be relieved of your duties, and we'll find a way to give this team to someone else.
Yep, absolutely.
And it applies to everybody from top bottom. Okay. Yeah. I think that's fair.
Yeah. But see, like I said, no fear of consequences. No fear of consequences.
Because there isn't any. That's what I'm saying. There isn't any.
Until the law gets involved.
Yeah. Like,
but then again, he has money.
Then he has money. Thank you. So it don't matter. There's no consequence.
So
there's still no consequence. That's the only reason why they even that's the thing. So like I said earlier, you have a young guy who already, before he even gets to the NFL, has a choice of, well, hey, do you want to do this or you want to do that? Oh, I'll do that. Then he gets to the NFL, and it's like, well, you got to make your own name for yourself. And it makes the own name for themselves, and it's like, well, do you want this or do you want that? All right, I'll take that. And it's like there's nothing but choices that's being given to them, and not much weight on the consequence after the fact. That I think is what bothers me the most, because like the Chiefs aren't responsible for what Rashee Rice did. They're not responsible, because you want to know what everybody, you want to know what the whole team was doing during this entire time. Mahomes is over there with his wife and his kid, watching soccer games. Travis Kelce's getting graduated in Cincinnati, attending Jason Kelce, his brother's retirement. You have Andy Reid that's on talk shows with Colin Cowherd and Rich Eisen. You have Isaiah Pacheco doing the same thing. All these different guys are keeping themselves very, very occupied. And they know what is on the line, because they know that there are eyes that are watching them. Well, how come you, as one of the guys that they look at, that we look at as far as the national media, how come y'all don't pay attention to, how come you're not aware and paying attention to that either? How are you so oblivious and naive to that? I don't understand.
Let me tell you why. It's because, and maybe I may be a little zealous of saying this one, I guess they only care about what happens on the field at that time. Other than that, I'm not concerned. Maybe.
Talking about the players? Talking about the player itself?
Yeah. maybe. And what Herb said, lack of maturity. Lack of maturity, absolutely. 23, and I'm what? 30, 40 million. I got a Lamborghini, you know. Again, you giving someone that young all that money, what they gonna do? Go crazy. Wait a minute. Right?
I'm trying to
I'm
think.
bald. I ain't never had this kind of money in my life. Now I done won the Super Bowl, right?
Mhm.
Now I'm just, man, I got this car. It's paid for. Cash.
Right.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm gone.
Right.
Lack of maturity. Lack of maturity. JB, what's happening, sir? Yeah. So again, it's very lack of maturity. Again, if someone gave me that type of money,
Mhm.
I'm more educated. I know what consequences are. So I'm not tending to do that kind of stuff. And I'm not
Right.
saying that all younger people are like that, because they're not. You do have some responsible younger people out here, right?
You're
But
talking to one of them,
if
I think.
you give
I
someone
like to
that
think.
type of money, the first thing they're going to say is, I ain't never had this kind of money before in my life.
Mhm.
Oh my God. What the? Man, hey, what's the first thing young people go do? They go buy a fast car. They don't want a house. They don't want nothing. Let me go get a fast car. They go get a
Right.
fast car. Because I got to, let me soup this boy up. Scat Pack, whatever they
Scat
hype these
Packs,
cars.
yep.
Yeah. Let me go get
Mhm.
this. Let me go do some
V8s.
donuts. Yeah. Let me do this. Oh, I'll give you one better. Let me go run from Georgia State Patrol. I told you I'm on
Oh.
shade. Listen. Told you I'm on some shade stuff tonight. But what I'm saying is this.
Oh.
They make bad decisions when you give them a whole bunch of money. They make bad
Yeah.
decisions. And it's not all of them. And I want to make that crystal clear. This is not all of them. But
Mhm.
some do. And in Rasheed Rice's case, he made a bad choice, bad decision. He didn't learn from Henry Ruggs. He
No.
didn't learn. That should be, when these guys come in the NFL, he should be the poster child of what you don't do.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
he made a bad choice and ended his career. I don't want to see that happen for you guys.
Yeah.
Now, guess what? He's going to be the poster child. So now we have two. Right?
Not too far apart from each other either.
No.
I know Henry Ruggs was what, 2018, 2018, 2017, something like that.
Yeah.
No, my bad. Yeah, 2018, 2019, somewhere in there. Yeah, it wasn't like this was like back in the day sort of thing. This is fairly recent, which makes it worse.
Yes. And now you have the same incident because you're racing. I think in his case, I don't think he was racing. Henry Ruggs wasn't racing, but you were racing.
No.
You put other people in jeopardy.
Right.
And then you left.
Yeah, that was.
Here's the thing. You wouldn't have got in trouble if you'd have stayed there. You probably would have got your tickets, had a court date, something like that. You would have probably been good. But now you left the scene of a crash. You in some trouble. You in some trouble.
Right.
Instead of, hey, I made a mistake, this and that. I went in, hey, see if you can give me some community service. I'll help these people with their jobs. Something to say, hey, I'm really apologize for this mistake that I made. And I really want to make it up to you.
Right.
Anything. But you left. And then they end up with a warrant out for you.
Yep. I think the best way I could say it though is because the picture in my eyes is if he stayed, the image that it would show is that this is a guy that understands that this was an accident. This wasn't intentional. It was a mistake. There's some type of remorse behind that.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
When you run, and what makes it worse is when you have recording of people seeing you run away from the scene, what it tells the public eye is that, look, I kind of meant to do this. Now, I didn't think it would go this far, but it got this far. Now I want nothing to do with it. So whatever I need to do to get the hell up out of here, that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gone.
Because this has nothing to do with me, but it has something to do with me. And it's like, dude, I don't know what other way I could really say it. Like it's like the image kind of portrays itself based on what you do in that moment. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure there's tons of people that if they were in that situation, their first instinct is that they want no parts of being in that situation because that's not a
Right.
comfortable situation to be in. I'm aware of that. It's not. Let's not be naive. That's a very uncomfortable situation to be in, knowing that you cause some harm to a vehicle, or in this case, a vehicle and people in the vehicle.
Right.
That's not a comfortable place to be in. I'm aware of that.
Right.
But for you to
Absolutely.
take the opportunity to flat out up and run, then there's a recording of you doing that. Then it had to take for you to get a warrant for you to turn yourself in. Now it's like, okay, there's some type of intentionality behind it. I don't know what type of intentionality it is, but for you to do that,
I don't want to take responsibility for my action.
come on. It's an accountability thing. And I think that's kind of what bothers me the most, is that this is something that it's just off of strictly accountability. You would still be in the league. The thing is, if you had stayed, the Chiefs would have covered your ass. That's let's be perfectly clear about it. The Chiefs would have covered his ass, and that would have been the end of story. That's all it would have been. That's all it would have
Right.
been.
Yes.
But
Absolutely.
you ran, so now the accountability they can't take accountability for that, because that
No.
means that they're condoning that type of activity, and that's not what the NFL is going to do. That damn sure is not going to be what the Chiefs going to do, given what
No.
they them just winning the Super Bowl. Imagine what that looks like for the NFL if they had to condone that. So
Right.
come on, man, come on.
Hey, listen. Good luck to him. That's the best thing I can say. Good luck to him. Good
Pretty
luck
much.
to him. Yeah. Good luck to him. Good luck to him.
Wow.
But has anything else came down the pipe of anything? Because I haven't seen anything came down the pipe. Usually I get the little news flashes updates, but I haven't
It
seen it.
hasn't. It hasn't. I brought up the Devontae Smith extension at the beginning of
Okay.
the show. I talked about how the contract is definitely warranted for a Devontae Smith who has produced ever since he entered the league.
Right.
Back in 2019, I believe it was. Where you would think that production would drop with him moving to wide receiver 2 in an offense that requires him to get the ball. And he isn't getting the ball as much, but still is producing at a high level with AJ Brown as wide receiver 1. And I think when you have something, when you're able to get a deal done before the last year of his rookie deal, with a contract that makes sense. It was $35 million per year. I believe it was. So it wasn't like you were breaking the bank for him. It wasn't a Calvin Ridley situation. This makes sense. And I like stuff that makes sense. The contract and the wide receiver that got the money makes sense. So
it's funny you said Calvin Ridley, because that's the way I was going. I said if he'd have went to Tennessee, they probably got $100 million.
Here you go.
I'm just saying, Tennessee
I think that's the real
money
question
around here these days.
That's the real question, man. I think that's the new 30 for 30. Where in the hell is Tennessee getting all this damn money from?
I don't,
That's the new
you know,
30
I've
for
been to
30.
Tennessee a couple times. I've been close to their stadium. I went down there a couple times. Actually, haven't been in there, but I went around there because I was looking for some money trees. I, I was looking for some money trees walking around the stadium. It's got to be some around here somewhere where I can just pick a couple hundred. You know, something. I didn't see any. I don't know where they're keeping it at. I don't know where they got this money from.
Oh man. Oh man. I don't know, man. It's I don't know. I don't know. But that was that. The draft is coming up in the next week or so.
See,
Oh,
money
Herb
trees.
knows. Herb knows. Herb knows what's up. The draft's coming up next week.
Oh man, can't wait.
Cannot wait.
Cannot wait.
This is what I also wanted to talk about because I saw this today and I was like, I don't understand people anymore. So 3 weeks to a month ago, when everybody was doing their mock drafts, there was the experts that was talking about JJ McCarthy, former Michigan quarterback, being drafted in the top 5, him going to 4 and to Minnesota. And everybody was talking very glowingly about him. Then I saw something today where they said scouts are saying that he may not even be in the first round altogether. I said, what? How we do that? How do we do that? Nothing changed between then and now. Nothing.
What happened in Indy? Wait a minute. Didn't a lot of them say that they wasn't going to do a lot of workouts up in Indy? They said they wasn't going to do workouts. A lot of them quarterbacks.
But McCarthy did. McCarthy has done everything. So it's not like you don't have the film. It's not like you don't have all that you need to see from him. And we go from he's a top 5 pick. He may shock some people to now
to the second
he's not
round.
even worth the first round. How do we do that? I don't understand. Okay. It don't make sense to me.
Who's our quarterback needy teams? Who's our quarterback needy teams?
Let's go down the list. Okay, Chicago.
Okay,
Washington, New England, Vikings, Raiders.
Yep.
Seattle could use one.
Yeah,
if we're being honest, but they
said Gino's going to be the man. So,
I can hear it now.
Chargers.
What? Oh, I guess Justin Herbert doesn't exist. Herb, you know what? Don't do this to me, man. Don't you do this. I have a very high regard for you, sir. Don't you screw it up now. Oh my God, that was really nasty. He really tried that on me.
It's Shady Tuesday. Shady Tuesday, baby.
I see. So, okay. Who else am I missing? I'm actually going by division right now. Atlanta could have used one, but they got Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, you like that? Oh.
Let me see. Is there anybody else? I'm aware. I'm very interested to why you honestly believe the Chargers need a new quarterback after just paying Justin Herbert the year before. But whatever.
He's retired. He has all day, and I feel him.
I'm looking forward to it. Let me see. Is there anybody else? I think that's about it. I think everybody either has their guy or has a contract obligation to their guy.
Yeah.
So that's a solid 7 to 8 teams right there I just named.
Okay. And remember, Washington's really looking for one.
They're going to get Drake May, I believe.
That's where he may go.
I think Drake May goes over there. I'm trying to think of some other teams right now. Is that it? I think that's it.
Yeah, because
That's
everybody else
about
probably
it.
just looking for corners,
Yeah,
defense,
everybody's defense,
offensive line.
weapons,
Yeah,
O
yeah, looking for weapons,
line.
stuff like that.
Um, hmm. Oh,
First round gonna be
oh,
your
what?
quarterbacks
Oh,
and
I
receivers.
forgot. I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot. Denver needs a quarterback.
Oh yeah, how did we forget about them? And I was just there. Man,
Denver
Denver need a
needs
new
a damn
team.
quarterback.
Denver need a new team after what Miami did to them last year.
Oh
Okay.
man. Denver needs a new quarterback. Um, now I think that's it. Now I think well, the Giants need one too. The Giants need one too. That's 10 teams now. I think that's about it. That is
Yeah.
as close as you can get for half the league that needs quarterbacks.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, and oh, by the way, all those teams have a first round selection. You mean to tell me that no one's going to sit up there and say, you know what? Let's not take JJ McCarthy. What are we doing now? So, because remember, the conversation was,
gonna go in the first round.
oh,
He's gonna
I know he is. That's the problem. This is why I can't stand the draft process because this happens every single year and it never fails. We have the project. We know who's going number one, maybe number two. We know that.
Right.
We talk them up all this time. And then everybody in the top 10, everybody has this sort of polarizing opinion about them. And then 3 years down the line, when one of the guys in the top 10 does well or better than the top two guys, then it's like, oh, well, how did anybody see this coming? No, we talked about it back in March, but then y'all decided to change our mind back in April, the month of the draft, because of vibes. I don't understand that. So, prime example. Oh, how did Mitch Trubisky become second overall? Why didn't he decide to go out to Pat Mahomes? Well, we knew what Pat Mahomes was about back in college. But there was so many talks about Mitch Trubisky. He's just he got all the pieces. He has all the tools. Look at him now. And look where Patrick Mahomes is now.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I can't that's the only reason why I can't enjoy this draft process, because we have conversations like, oh, we believe in this guy back in February, but now that we're in April, the month of the draft, now they're just a guy. They're just a JG. How we get here? How do we get here? I don't know. Maybe you can help me out, Dave. I have no idea how we get here. We do this every year. It doesn't get it for me. It's getting old, but apparently it just never ends. I don't understand.
I don't know what they look at. I don't know what sheets they look at. I really don't know where they getting their information. Y'all all go down there for days and y'all look at this talent. Y'all talk to them, right?
Yeah.
You meet with them. You sit down, have lunch with them. You see what they can do, but you just change your mind out of the blue. I think they watching too much Sports Center. That's what it is. Because come on, let's think about this for a second. You have all these people that does these little mock drafts, right?
Yes.
Next thing you know, be like, hey man, look, this is our guy. This is our guy. We like him. This is our guy. This is our guy. This is our guy. Then come draft day, oh shit, that all changed. This is our guy now. And where does that come into play? Does ownership get involved and say, hey, look, I like this guy? Does it, hey, the coaches have control and say, hey, look, we like this guy. Look at all this stuff. Look at this, look at that. Where and there did it change? Because it's coming from someplace. You know, if you got your coaching staff and we all in there with ownership, say, hey, this is our guy. This is our guy.
Right.
And then next thing you know, it was like, nope, this your guy. And it happened. Then, oh, wait, let's not forget the phone calls. Hey, let me give you a couple draft picks, but let me come up to this spot, and then you take this spot, and I'll give you this on the back end, this. To get your guy that you were looking at. A lot of inner workings going on there. Way above my pay grade. Way above my pay grade.
This is where it's coming down to for me. If y'all want to have conversations about where they're going to go, let that conversation be about the teams and the teams itself. I need somebody to make up their mind on what y'all view these players, and let's go from there with the recent observation that you have seen. So if that means that the last pro day you saw them perform and they did very, very well, then you need to go off of that and then utilize your judgment off of what they did in college and then what they did in their pro day. Everything else is not on the player itself. It should not be on the player itself.
I get it.
I just need clarity. That's all. I just need clarity because none of it makes sense to me. None of it.
We all do. But I'm telling you, it's all the mechanics that just goes into it. Because remember, everybody wants to have more picks, right? And more capital. So if I can get a couple more picks to get some more capital, I'm good. Mm-hmm. Right now, we can say Houston is in a great spot right now. We can say Houston is in a great spot. They're not going after anybody on offense. They're going after defense.
Yep.
That's where Houston's going. Right?
I mean, they could bolster the offensive line if they wanted to. They could.
Yeah. So, but you look at okay, like I said, the quarterback needy team. What's Denver going to do? What's Washington going to do? Really, them two are at your highest peak of needing a quarterback. Mm-hmm. They're at your highest peak of needing a quarterback. Everybody else can be like, okay, I'm 5. All right, there's my quarterback. If he's still available, that's my man. That's him. Mm-hmm. If this person don't pick him, then you just got to have your list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we number 5. We need to have 5. If this person ain't available, we going after him. This person ain't available, we going after him. And just see how the cards play. No clarity. None.
Still none. You provided the best solution possible. And I think it still would be rocket science. I think that's what bothers me the most. We have gone out of our way to try to solve this draft process issue. And I don't think it will bring any more clarity than it already has. So congratulations for us still getting to ground zero. Shout out to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unbelievable. I just had to give my soapbox on that one because I just find that annoying. We do this every single year. Then 3 years down the line, we're like, oh, well, I didn't know he would be this good. Or no, I didn't think he would be this bad. You knew it back in February. You knew it. But you had a couple conversations. You saw an interview. You saw a pro day. And then all of a sudden, you know what? Actually, I think he's going to go in the top 3. What is the parameter? What is the standard that we're going to go off of? Because it just, like I said, it just don't make sense to me. It just don't. And
it's probably because of their stats in college, what they've done, how many touchdowns you won the Heisman. That's what it's probably going off of.
You say that, but you want to know what was told to me about JJ McCarthy? Oh, he was on the best team. So because he was on the best team and he didn't produce as well as some of the top quarterbacks in the draft, maybe he shouldn't be in the first round after all. Oh, I'm sorry. It's his fault that he was on one of the best teams, if not the best team in college football, so much so that they won a national championship. That's his fault?
That's his fault. Yeah, it's his fault.
Come on. What are we doing right now? I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. It drives me nuts. I can't do it. We want to value one thing 1 minute, and then the next minute something else is just as important. Then something else becomes even more important than both of the two, and then we finally come up to the decision that, you know what, the first thing that we valued, actually that takes the cake.
Right.
What are we doing? What are we doing? I just want some clarity. That's all. Maybe that's too much to ask, but I swear that's all I want. That's all I need. So that way I could actually fully enjoy this draft process. Because I'll be honest with you, I wait until the day of the draft before I actually really get invested. Because beforehand, I don't want to hear a word. I really don't. I really don't. Hey, who's going number 1? Who's going number 2? Okay, cool. I don't care about nothing else after that. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
All ears. Because of stuff like this, it just drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. I can't do it. Thank you for attending my soapbox. Thought it was very necessary to do so.
It's all good. It's all good. But you know something? We getting close to that time because it's NXT tonight, and
Yeah,
King
we got some
match.
good stuff to look
Gonna
up to
whoop
on that one.
trick. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna wind down. And I'm
Absolutely.
gonna get ready for that. But like I said, we'll definitely be back here. Hey, if anything pops up, we jumping on. If anything
Yep.
pops up, because I'm pretty sure something else is going to happen this week before the draft hits. And we
Probably.
can't wait. Yeah,
Probably.
we can't wait. Just as long as it's good news, not bad. Just
Please.
good news.
Please.
Good news.
Please.
But
Don't do
I tell you
nothing
what,
stupid.
I'm gonna go book a trip to Tennessee. To Tennessee. I'm gonna see if I can get a walk on. See maybe I can get a whole bunch of money. Yeah, I'm just saying. They paying money down there. Let me see if I can get a walk on. What do you want me to do? I mean, y'all just handing out money down there. So, hey, listen, let me see if I can get a walk on. Let me see if I can at least make the practice squad or something.
Oh,
anything.
man. Oh, my God.
I'm just saying. The way they giving out money down there, hey, listen. Hey, remember the comment we heard? Hey, see, money tree. Money tree. They got it down there, baby. Money tree. So, give us the money. Show me the money, baby. Show me the money. Hey, you pay me $100,000. I'm happy. Huh?
Right.
Hey, see? That's right, PJ. I'll take a couple dollars. Let's go. Hey, see? I'm just saying. I mean, Tennessee giving away money. I'm just saying.
Unbelievable.
I'm just saying. They giving away money down there. I'm all for it.
Wow.
I'm all for it. You gave away damn near $100 million to a receiver. You got money. You got some money. Maybe they got, all right. Maybe I looked in the wrong place. Maybe they got some mattresses back there and I didn't look through the mattress.
Oh, no.
Look,
Oh, my gosh.
Free money is for me. Hey, wait a minute. Let me suit up. See, hey, listen.
Oh,
hey, we all on this bandwagon, baby. We going Tennessee.
Y'all are something else, man.
Hey, listen. Since they giving away money, I'm just saying, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Because apparently, okay, I like this one. We the B squad. Yeah, that's right.
Look, you know what? I'm tired of all y'all. Y'all really gonna think Tennessee going to provide money for y'all? You know the type of audience they want to give money to.
Hey, listen. Hey, we're responsible. Not like some of their immature players. We're responsible people. Hey, yes.
I do have faith in y'all. I do have faith in y'all. I do.
Exactly. See, we're responsible. We're not
You're
going
right.
to do nothing. Hey, look.
You're
Hey,
right.
look. This is what I want you to do. Hey, look, I'll sit on the sideline all day long. If you need to put me in for a play, you put me in for a couple plays. I'll ride the bike the whole time on the sideline, okay? I'll do something to help us get through here. Even though I would have been upset, like, all right, I'm down here. Y'all gave up Derrick Henry. What's going on here?
Yeah.
I'm like, you got Tony Pollard down. Why? So, I'm just saying. See, look, the best of the best of the bench riders. There you go.
Oh
That's what I'm
my
talking about. We riding,
goodness.
baby.
This is so not okay. Y'all are something
hey,
else, man.
hey, hey, listen. I'm just saying, if they giving away free money, we like free money. Hey, what do you need me to do? You want me go? You want me go hit who? Oh, all right. Hey, if he runs me over, I'm gonna be a human highlight reel. All right, no problem.
Unbelievable,
You want me to
man.
tackle who? Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying. Hey, they can even put me on special teams. Like I said, give me 100, 200,000. I'm not greedy. I'm
1,000?
not greedy.
Okay.
100, 200,000. I'm not greedy. I'm not greedy. I know I'm not
Okay.
worth millions from my style of play, okay?
Yeah.
I know I'm not worth millions, but give me a couple 100,000. I'm good.
Oh my God. Here you go.
You know, just
I
give me
mean,
an extra
hey.
program down there. Give me all the programs. You know, all right, we good.
Oh,
They could put
man.
me on a special bus.
Y'all something else, man.
Listen, hey, I'm like whatever it takes. Hey, as long as listen, if he coming down the sideline, hey, I'll do the Tomlin effect. You know, a little
Step
bit,
in,
then
step out.
back. Yeah, step in, step out. There you go. I'm helping the team. Oh my goodness! See. Gotta love him. Gotta love us.
It's amazing
Telling you.
what happens
Like
when
I
money
said,
is
I
on the
need to go
line.
find the mattresses down there.
Oh my
They got
God.
something down there. Because
Mm, mm,
interesting,
mm, mm.
when they start drafting, where they gonna get money to pay their rookie?
Oh, you'd be surprised. They'll find a way.
My point exactly. That means you got money.
Yeah.
My point exactly. That means you got money. You got money.
Oh my God.
You got money. So
Mm.
why not give a little bit to me? I ain't asking for a lot. Just pinch me off some. No, I'll ride that bench as much as you need. And I made the practice squad, baby.
Oh my. Mm, 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 mm.
Say, look, I will flop around like LeBron doing the
We still
basketball
doing
court. See, there
this.
you go.
We still doing this, man.
Yes, we doing this, baby. We are doing this.
LeBron still flopping in 2024. Really? Really?
I
Oh
can
my
take the
God.
flop to NFL.
Stop it. Well,
Listen.
the good news is with this whole new tackle rule, you don't even have to flop. You can just fall to the
Yeah, you're
ground. It's
right.
not like you can touch them anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, just put some flags on. I got his flag. I got his flag. Be good.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying. Tennessee
Mm.
got they throwing away money. Hey, throw some on me. That's all.
Oh my God.
Throw some on me.
Sure. Terrible, man. Terrible.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you.
Mm.
Yeah, the NFL is going to suck this season with that rule. Yeah.
You know
It's
what?
getting to the point you can't even touch any player these days. Seriously.
Right.
Seriously.
Literally.
Especially after the Tom Brady rule.
Yep. Tuck
You
roll.
touch Tom
Yep.
Brady, everybody throwing flags.
Yeah.
Suit me up, especially because of the new rule. Yeah, I won't get hurt.
Like I'm genuinely curious how defenders are going to tackle this year because I don't
You know something?
I didn't know anything about a hip drop tackle 2 seasons ago. I just didn't. You didn't. I didn't. No one knew anything about a damn hip drop tackle 2 seasons ago. Now it's a thing, and now all of a sudden we just eliminating the tackle that we didn't know existed altogether.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that's better for us. No CTS, and we getting free money. Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
God.
good with that, man.
It's terrible.
I am
Oh,
good with
terrible,
that.
man.
I am. Hey, listen. Hey, you pay the man. Let me say this again. Pay the man. Pay the man. Pay the man. Pay me. Please pay me. Pay me. Pay me. And I'm not asking for millions. I'm not asking for millions. Just a couple hundred. That's it. 200-300. I'm good. And I only got to work 18 weeks.
Oh my god.
That's it. All I got to work is 18 weeks. I'm good.
Oh my!
Yeah,
You're
see?
really
PJ
pleading this
agrees with
case.
me. We not greedy. We're not greedy. We ain't greedy. Just a couple hundred. I'm not asking for millions. Just a couple 100,000.
Oh my god. Okay. This is unbelievable. This is not
I know,
a real
right?
thing. This is
I
not
know,
a real
I know,
thing
I
right
know.
now.
I know. But it's good. But it's good entertainment.
100,000 there.
Yeah. I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
You know what, man? Y'all,
That sound like you ready to check out.
I can't believe y'all are doing this right now. Pleading your case to the Tennessee Titans out of all teams. Oh my god. Let me look.
Who else is throwing money around? I'm just asking. What other team is throwing money around?
I'm not gonna lie. Us. We just had 2 extensions in like 2 weeks in a row, like two within a month span, and it wasn't cheap. So us maybe after Tennessee maybe.
I'm just saying. Tennessee seems like they got an unlimited supply, so I'm going Tennessee.
Wow.
Hey, they seem like they got an unlimited supply down there. Oh, the Eagles wilding.
Yeah, I think. Well, wilding is a little bit of a stretch. I think their contracts are actually a little bit more reasonable than everybody else. But, you know.
Yeah.
Dang, 30 million. Positive. 30 million for the Tennessee Titans. They have a lot more money to spend. All right.
Oh, that's their cap? 30 million?
30 million.
They can give me a couple $100,000. I'm not even asking for $1 million. Couple $100,000. Give me at least $250,000. $250,000. I'm good with that.
Wow.
I'm just saying. Quarter.
This is unbelievable.
That's not even going to touch that salary cap.
No, it's not. No, it's
not.
not.
That won't even put a dent in it. Give me a year contract, $250,000.
That's
good.
Unbelievable.
1 year, $250,000.
How you make those moves in free agency and you still have $30 million left?
I'm just saying.
Wow.
That's where the wheeling and dealing about to come into play.
Sheesh.
And they wheeling and dealing.
Okay. Well, that wheeling and dealing turns into five wins. I don't want to hear a word. I don't want to hear a word.
So that be there. I'm gonna meet you in Nashville, then we can go over to the Titans and get our money. Absolutely.
God.
Absolutely.
The travesty.
I'm there.
Travesty.
Hey, listen. $250,000. All right, you said they got $30 million.
Yep.
What's $250,000 going to say to that? That's not even going. That don't even scratch that.
It don't.
That's
the sad part. That's the sad part. It don't.
They don't even feel that. They don't even feel that. Back, teach the Beale Street and blow a little money. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God. This is unbelievable. This is really going on right now, huh?
Hey, listen.
Oh, man. The
listen.
Titans y'all doing this for. My God.
Listen. I might book me a flight tomorrow. Go down there. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Unbelievable.
I'm just saying. I know what the stadium is. I've been there a couple times. See, look at that. Plane ride, baby. Gone. Only takes an hour and 1 minute to get to Nashville. That's
Here
it.
you go. Not you. Look, y'all. We find out in the next episode of the DK and Tree podcast where this guy is in Nashville, Tennessee, joining the show. You know why. This is unbelievable, man. Y'all
Oh
got
yeah,
this, man. Mapping
I
it
will go
out.
live from the stadium. I got my contract. I'm just saying.
Oh man.
Me and PJ, we gone. And if
Oh,
Keisha
my
still living there,
God.
we all going down there. Run us our money. Run us our money. Run us our money. That's it.
Oh my God.
I know, out of control, right? Out of control.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh man. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. That's fine. You being a guest host? Okay. Got it.
That's it. Live from Nashville is PJ Damon. We all going down there, baby.
This is unbelievable. Y'all gonna have y'all country music playing in the background.
Absolutely.
Here you
Absolutely.
go. Here you
Absolutely. I'm gonna have me a guitar, everything. I'm telling you. Whatever get up they got down there is it.
Oh my God. Everybody's gonna be having their cowboy hats, cowboy boots,
Yep. Absolutely.
jeans,
Mm-hmm.
the leather belts. Oh man. And then y'all would try to throw in some Beyonce in there just to make y'all feel better. Y'all suck. This is unbelievable, man. Unbelievable, man. From the Tennessee Titans, man. Yeah. Look.
Listen.
Cannot believe this.
We coming to get our bag. Okay. We coming to get our bag. Everybody else got their bag. They got money.
Oh my God.
So we coming to get our bag. And we get a good trip out of it.
You're really pleading this case, aren't you?
I am.
Oh
I am.
God.
I am.
This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This is really unbelievable. This is really happening.
Listen, it's all good. 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 It's all good.
I have no words, man.
Hey, but I tell you what.
What's
We're
that?
on a 7-minute countdown. It's time to go whip that trick.
It is.
Time to go whip that trick.
It is now. It is now.
Time to go whip that trick. Trick Williams and and him.
Right.
Yeah.
Mr. Mello himself.
Yeah.
Man, it's gonna be so good.
Mello Hayes.
So good. So
Trick
good.
about to wear him out.
I hope so.
Yep.
I
Trick
hope
about
so.
to wear him out. So, but yeah.
That's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
But in the immortal word of The Rock, I'm gonna say this. Because since he seemed to have roasted Philadelphia, he called them the biggest piece of trailer park trash there is. And then he told the crowd, he said, "Chant the shut the F up now." Oh my goodness. He has become the greatest heel there is. And if you don't see the power shift that's about to happen.
I love Rock, man. I love Rock. I love Rock.
It's all good.
So good.
Hey, but y'all broke another record up there. He hasn't got to us yet.
Oh my God.
Hey, he hasn't got to us yet. But once he do,
that's coming.
Too. Yeah,
that's coming. I would hope.
Oh my goodness. Hilarious.
Wow. Wow.
We always love to comment and thank y'all. We tune it out because we got in it. Oh, and then we'll discuss the new World Tag Team title belt.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
will.
But I saw something online. They was talking about a woman's United States Championship.
I
I'm not sure
saw
if that's
that
true.
too.
I'm not
I
sure if that's
I don't think
true,
that's.
but that would be a great idea.
It would. It
It would
would.
be a great idea. Give the women another title to fight for. Because right now they only got the women's world titles.
Mhm.
Give them another championship to fight for.
Right.
I
Right.
saw something about a woman's Intercontinental Championship. I'm mad at that.
The moral of the story is that they need a mid card title. That's
Yeah,
that's all it
absolutely,
is.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you got too many women.
Yeah. Talented
You got too
ones
many
now.
women. Yes, very.
So
So,
it's not like they can't do it.
yep, absolutely. All right, man. We gonna sign out of this, and hey, let's go watch NXT. Let's get it done.
Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
we'll catch up again. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What time you starting off the dome on Friday? Let people know.
Oh, off the dome this Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'm actually gonna do a promo video in just a few moments. Getting everybody hyped up for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We are on Team MBS Media. We're gonna be on Twitch and YouTube, and everywhere else, you name it, we'll be on it. Um, the last 2 weeks, well, this past Friday, even with me being on the LAX airport trying to find my cousin before the birthday shenanigans, we produced a lot of viewers on last week's show. I believe it was 120, 120, something along those lines. So shout out to everybody that's able to tune in and watch our shenanigans for an hour and some change. But that's where we'll be at. So there you go. Cheap plug.
Yep. All right. All right. Tune in. Cause I tune in too. Cause I love the shenanigans. I always love shenanigans.
It's a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun.
Yep. Absolutely.
And we got
You
a
see
special
y'all
guest
later.
this week, so be on the lookout for that.
Gotta tune in.
Oh, absolutely. We got to tune in for this one. We got a special
gotta
guest this
tune
week,
in.
so yeah, it's gonna be a
All
lot of fun.
right. We signing off because we got NXT to go watch.
Absolutely.
See y'all later. Oh my goodness.